What's going on today, viewers? My name is MachoFan26, and today I'm going to show you what I think are the best 5 cars for racing in Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012. So without further ado, let's get started with number 5. Now at number 5, I have the Audi R8 GT Spider. It's a car that is available with the stock version of the game. Out of all these cars, I only put in 2 DLC cars yet too. So yeah, some of these cars are part of the DLC. Now the R8, why do you ask, would I choose the R8 over the Gallardo? Well, because my opinion feels more nimble than the Gallardo does. I mean, it is lighter, but also my opinion has better steering even though the Gallardo does have the all-wheel drive system. It's actually it'll actually be a very dominating car if you get all the upgrades on it. Track Tires Pro, Lightweight Chassis Pro, Aero Body Pro, Burn Nitrous I'd probably use on it. Yeah, Power Shine Nitrous I don't use on most of my cars, only for like tight races maybe, but still not really. And I just crashed, let's go me. Yeah, this car, as you can see, it's got good acceleration too, but top speed not necessarily its area. If you're playing online, this is best for like tight technical races. This would be my number 1 if I had to choose a car from the sports class for an online speed list. So yeah, that is number 5. Now on to number 4. Now at number 4, I have the Dodge Charger RT from the Fast and Furious, which comes with the Movie Legends DLC pack that you can get for this game. Now, why would I rank this car so high? One, like the Audi, it is ridiculously fast. I mean, look how fast I'm going now. Could have hit 200 if there wasn't a corner there. Now, if I put on some upgrades like I actually have for this car, and I did have upgrades for the R8 Online, just that I didn't have them within the default game, like offline. We get the Lightweight Pro, Body, Aero Pro, Transmission Short Pro I always go with, that's my setup. This car is a ridiculously fast piece. I mean, look at this. And I'm not saying this just because the Fast and Furious is my favorite movie, so I'm a Dodge guy, but it's ridiculously fast. I mean, I'm almost hitting 200 there until I hit that truck. And the other good thing about this is, even with the lightweight body, or the lightweight chassis and the aero body, this is still a rather tough car for being so fast. This, like the Bugatti Veyron Super Sport, it's a rather heavy car, but it's still capable of going at really high speeds to keep up with the others. So you can knock them out of the way and resist certain crashes, which other cars cannot. Even though in some areas it may be better to just crash where you'll respawn in a better area than just not crash. I did once actually defeat the Koenigsegg with this car, with all the mods. See, even there, I hit, go about at what? Say about 140? Bam! Now, the one area you want to worry about with this car is off-roading. With the stock tires or track tires, Pro even, this car is not very good at off-roading at all. Like, even when you go to a turn on the I-92 East, you'll be prone to spinning out just getting it onto the highway. But yeah, number 4, the Dodge Charger RT. Now on to number 3. Now at number 3, I have the Lamborghini Aventador. You might have expected this car to be in the list. Well, it is number 4 on the most wanted list. Its all-wheel drive system gives a very good handling. I mean, look at that. Oh, gee, I messed up there. It's really good for tight situations. But with mods, this thing is really rocket. Hold on, let me just equip them. I need track tires, Burn Pro, lightweight chassis, Aero Body, and Short Pro, like I always get. And this thing, look at it. you can really keep up with some of the faster hypercars if you just fully mod this thing. The Charger can do that too, but its heavyweight kind of slows it down a little bit in my opinion. That's what I noticed about the car anyway. And it can reach 200 on this straight easily. Like, look, 210, 220. Very good for highway racing. This is about the only area where they eventually will be outgunned by these hypercars. Because otherwise it'll be up close. It's a really good contender. See, look, here I am at 190 already. It's also very good for dodging traffic cars. Makes nice, smooth turns. As you can see. But the main problem with this car is it's all-wheel drive. That's what makes it a bit heavy too, compared to rear-wheel drive cars like the Huayra. I noticed the same thing with the Bugatti Veyron Supersport. That's why these cars are slightly heavier. So yeah, this is the Lamborghini Aventador number 3. So now let's move on to number 2. Now at number 2, I have the Hennessy Venom GT. Now you're probably wondering, why would I put the most wanted car from the Ultimate Speed Pack? Oh, and by the way, I made a mistake. There's actually 3 DLC cars, this one being the... wait a minute. Yeah, there's 3. So, anyways, you're probably wondering, why would I put the most wanted car from the Ultimate Speed Pack at number 2 instead of number 1? Well, there's one reason. It is super light. You will crash into absolutely everything. And also, here you see it's pretty fast, but when you equip mods, like usual Track Pros, oh wait, no, not Jump Pro, not silly. I will say that this car is very good with jumping. Very, very good. I tried to jump at the airport with this, you know, on the runway. It is ridiculous. But here's my problem with the car. Once you fully mod it, it becomes a scary thing to drive. When you're going at this fast and you've got oncoming cars everywhere, unless you have lightning reflexes, which I do not have, you may have a hard time driving this thing without crashing. And when you do crash, holy crap! I just destroyed him! Sweet, merciful crops. Okay, well, that does not count. That must have been a glitch or something, because that right there was just crazy. Absolutely crazy. And as you can see, like I said, this car, very, very good at jumping. Because it's so light. But this also makes it scary to drive. Which is why I would honestly not recommend this car to beginner players. But if you're experts, this would be the car for you. I'm not a beginner, nor am I an expert. But I know this car is not the best car for beginners because it's so fast. Okay, so that is the Hennessy Venom GT at number 2. And now for number 1. Okay, so at number 1, I have the Bugatti Veyron Vitesse. Another car from the Ultimate Speed Pack. Yes. Now, at the first glance, it's not as fast as the Venom. Obviously, you didn't see much of the stock Venom because I mainly did it with modded. But once you fully mod this car, like I'm about to do right now, it is. Okay, same setup. It may seem just a tad bit slower, but it's also more suitable for beginners. I mean, in my opinion, this thing is not as scary to drive as the Venom is. But as you can see, it's equally as prone to crashing into everything. This car is slightly heavier though, so it does So it will do slightly better than the Venom, unless you get a reinforced chassis and an impact protection body on the Venom. Or a Ram chassis, that could also work for frontal impacts. Yeah, in my opinion, it's just ag. See? But these hypercars, you crash into everything. With heavier cars like the Charger I demonstrated earlier, that doesn't really happen as much, and that could give you the advantage in races. But that Charger is also a lot slower than these cars, even fully upgraded. That's why I think this car's number one. It's got a good all-wheel drive system for handling, not as heavy as the Super Sport. And by the way, this thing also drifts a lot better than the Super Sport does. I tried doing a drift attack with that Super Sport, it would barely drift. And this thing just drifts all day. I mean, watch this. Super Sport will not do that. I'm assuming because it's so heavy and it's got really grippy all-wheel drive. And I personally don't use drift tires. I always spin out with them for some reason. I never use them. Ever. So yeah, this is the Bugatti Veyron Vitesse. In my opinion, the best car for winning races in Need for Speed Most Wanted, online and offline. So I will see you in the next video.